Hey guys, it's Fayon here, back with another follow along locomotion class today. We're going to be covering 3 skill moves, one being the rotational swipe, the cross step, and the Cossack insertion. Let's get started. Today guys, we'll be running through a locomotion session. So first we'll be going through the warm-up, then I'll be presenting the individual skill pieces we'll be covering, and then finally how to integrate all those skill pieces together so that we can create a cool little flow. How it will run will be, firstly I'll be demonstrating what we'll be doing. So during that time, just sit tight, just watch what I'm doing, take some notes, and then afterwards we have some time to practice together. We're going to get started now with the warm-up. Let's go. So the first thing to warm up in locomotion is always the wrists. We're going to get down on our hands and knees into this position like shown, and we're going to then draw these circles going forward and backwards. I'll show you on the side what it may look like. So you're just shifting your weight, starting to warm up your wrists to getting accustomed to the load. And what we'll be doing is we'll be doing that in a variety of positions. So you can actually do this one along with me. So set up in a quadruped position like this. It's going to be easier if your knees are closer, harder if your knees are further back. So you can decide for yourself. Just start with your fingers facing forward at first, lean over your wrists, and then start going into a clockwise motion around. You can just start small circles, and then as you get warmer, you can do bigger circles. We'll do a few more going clockwise, and then we'll reverse it, going anti-clockwise. Remember to spread your fingers wide as well on the floor. We want to start getting accustomed to supporting our weight through our palms and our fingers. So after you've done that about 5 times each way, now what we're going to do is we're going to turn our fingers so that they're facing in towards us. So this is with our thumbs on the outside, our fingers on the inside, and then we're going to do the same. So we can start going in a clockwise motion first. You might have to adjust your knees to accommodate because this is a little bit harder. And then you can reverse the motion and go anti-clockwise, trying to keep the heel of your palm flat on the floor so that none of your hands lift off. After you've done about 5 of that again, then you can turn your palms inside so that your fingers are facing towards each other with your thumb facing towards you. And then same again. You can start going clockwise, around, shifting your weight through your hands. And then we can reverse the motion. Just feeling out the wrists, how they feel today. Just starting to really warm them up. All right, cool. So we'll just shake out the wrists for a little bit. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing, but on the reverse side of our wrists. So we're doing it with our palms facing down. Now we're going to do it with our palms facing up. So we can start with our fingers facing towards us, with our palms facing up, flat on the ground, and then going to do the same. You might have to bring your knees in for this because it's a little bit harder. Going in that clockwise motion. And then we're going to reverse. Pushing the hand into the ground, trying to keep your elbows straight. So beware if your elbows bend, we want to keep them straight this time so that the weight is pushing through the hand. After you've done about 5 each way, shake it out, and then you can put your palms facing up, but then your fingers facing towards you. Your thumbs will be facing away from you this time, and then again going around in a circular motion. You can do it either clockwise or anti-clockwise first, that's fine. And then reverse the motion. One more. And then shake it out. And then finally, we're going to place our fingers away from us so that they are looking like this, and then the same. So it'll just be small circles this one, bit of an awkward position. It's just starting to get your wrists loaded up in different weird angles, which will happen once you start working along the floor. And then we can reverse that motion again, really trying to spread your fingers, trying to keep your hands flat on the ground and your elbows straight. Couple more. All right, that's the wrists. And now we're going to warm up our shoulders. What we're going to do is start getting them ready for loading up as points of support. So we're going to play a little game. I'll demonstrate it first. What you'll do is you'll place your hand down flat on the ground like this. And now once you place it down, you're going to imagine like it's stuck there, so you can't take it off. And you want to try and keep your elbows straight at all times. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have these 3 points of support being your feet and your hands. You're not going to use the other hand, and you're going to find ways of exploring around your hand whilst keeping this elbow straight. So you might come around like this, come like this, come up like this, come around like this, twist around like this. And so you'll start exploring ways of supporting yourself just using your hand and your feet. So we're going to spend about a minute here on each side. Let's start with the left hand. So place that left hand down, spread the fingers, and then lean over it. So we want it to be taking weight as well. So it's no use just really being far back here where all of it is on our feet. We'll lean over so that we can take a bit more through our wrists, elbows, and shoulders. So let's go. Place your hand down and then start exploring. So you're just going to walk around, find different positions, do some rotations as well. See what are the end of your ranges before you get stuck. With the other hand, you can also reach to imaginary points in the sky. You can end up in lunge positions with your feet. We'll just keep on going. Really lean over. Try to load up that shoulder in some unconventional angles. Do a bit more. All right, so that's the left shoulder. Now let's try with the right. So I think you guys get the hang of it now. So place the right hand down. Now it's going to be fixed, and now we're going to start moving around it. Exploring. Remember trying not to lift up any part of the hand as you do this. You can really make this as hard or as easy as you want by how much you load up this shoulder. Pressing up high, pressing up low, coming around. Opening that body and the chest up. Maybe going away further this time. Coming around over the top. Really challenging the wrist and the shoulder. Especially as you warm up more, get more confident. Whoop. Just exploring what it's like with these 3 points of support. Couple more. Oop, oop. Trying to find your awkward positions. Whew. And then we'll rest. Feeling warmed up? We're going to move now onto warming up the hips. All right, guys, onto the hips. We're just going to keep it simple today, just with some Cossack squats. So the Cossack squat is like a straddle lunge. I'll demonstrate it, what it's like here. So you can just spread your legs out to however much is challenging but comfortable still for you. And then you're going to go down to one side like this. Keep on coming down. Notice how I keep my feet facing forwards. If you can only go down to this far, that's fine. Just like this. Otherwise, if you can really challenge yourself, you can come all the way down onto the ground and then back up again. So we're going to do, let's say, 8 each side. So let's go over to our left first and then the right. You can do it along with me. Remember, just take it to whatever difficulty level that you can do. So keeping the legs and the feet facing forwards, we're going to come down. So 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I meant 8 each leg, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And now let's hold this last one. And I want you then to point your toe up as well. Maybe you can use your hands for support and just hold that stretch. Come back up, and then the other side as well. Come down first, then point the toe all the way up to the sky. Just hold that stretch. Just feel that starting to open up. Come back up, walk your feet in, shake it out. Warm up's done, and we're going to get started on that skill work.